what it is you do best. Learn to feed your faith.
Yeah, Brandon.
You guys know that since I quit telling jokes, we won every game, so you're not getting a joke. So it breaks your heart. All the coaches feel better about it too. Never know which one is your target next. Wilson. Let's talk about what's going to happen tomorrow. Number one is we're probably going to play in bad weather today. Okay. Standing right now, it'll probably be around somewhere between 50 and 55 degrees, and we'll probably be pretty windy. And rain. So nothing, we haven't played it before, but I want you to understand that's what the conditions are going to be. We're not going to go out on the field and look around and see that we're playing in a cow pasture and feel sorry for ourselves. It's going to be the same for both teams, and the team that comes out and makes the quickest adjustment and decides they're going to play football will be the team that wins it. We've done that before, so that's what you're going to have to do tomorrow. You're going to have to come out, no matter what the conditions are, you're a better football team, and you've got to play that way. We set right from the beginning of this week that the one thing that we were going to do is we're going to be more physical than they are. And so that's what I want you to think about between now and the time that you come down tomorrow for a pregame meal. I want you to think about how physical you're going to be when that damn ball's kicked off. Now, as far as the evolution and the progression of where we are as a football team, we've done just about everything that you can do right from the start. I think that every day, that credit to you is that as a football team and as a group, you guys, I told you this before probably as well or better than any team I've ever been around, you listen and you try to do the things that we've talked about. And the first thing we talked about was we were going to change our work habits. We did that. We talked about the fact that when we went on the practice field for 2 hours, we were going to be intense, we were going to work hard, and we were going to get off. We've done that. We talked to you about the fact that when you came through 2 days, you were going to have to be in better shape, that the philosophy of what we were doing was dependent upon you being in the best physical shape you could be in and running hard and doing all the things. You've done that, okay? We told you when you started that winning wasn't going to be easy, that every time you go out it's hard, it's never an easy win. I think we've proven that, okay? We told you there'd be some tough times, that everything that you have to do in life, you have to do in football. Every emotion, every type of situation that's going to come up in your life has come up during the course of this football season, whether it be things that happened negatively and you had to bounce back, or the things that happened good and you didn't bounce back, or when things started to happen and you really started to mature and things started to happen good for you and you were able to deal with it. Okay? The one thing we have yet to do is to put a game together from start to finish and take somebody out of a football game. Okay? That's our next step in this football program. The ability to focus from the time you wake up on a Saturday morning until we put them to rest at the end of the game and we kick their butts the whole way. That's the next step. We're in a game tomorrow where we're the best team. If they beat us tomorrow, it's because we didn't play. If you allow that to happen, and I don't think you will, then I'd be very surprised. I don't think you'll let that happen. But you've got to go back to the things that got you here. The basics. The focus. Coming down, pregame meal, knowing what you got to do, letting everybody else focus on what they have to do. Get on that bus, go up there. We're going up there to do some business and get it done. I think that, you know, as a coach, and of all the years that I've coached, I think that, and this probably goes for everybody else in this room that's coaching, is you try as you go to figure out what this all is about. Okay? And one of the things that has really come to me in this process this year with you, and something I'm going to really, I tried to do it with the recruits last year, and you freshmen in here probably heard me say a lot of this kind of stuff, but I'm going to do it even more next year with the freshmen that come in here. And that is when you play in high school, you play for fun. Now, I just sit and watch my sons go through a high school football season. And as they went through their high school football season, and I saw the type of things they had to do in order to play, I was able to compare it with the things we have to do here with you guys to play. So I was able to see the comparison pretty vividly. And on the high school level, it's fun. It's fun because you don't play against guys who can physically match up to you on most occasions. Most all of you were able to play in a high school level where you could do the things you wanted to do. There didn't have to be great focus. It was sort of easy. And my high school coach told me this when I was a senior high school. The most fun you're ever going to have playing football is in high school. And he was right. But in college, it changes. The focus of what you have to do in college, it's not a fun, happy type of deal. It's a fun achievement kind of deal. It's what you've achieved that gives you the satisfaction. The guys who play in college and who do the best job are the ones who are looking to prove themselves on a day-to-day basis that they're the ones that can go out and stand up and do a job. And when it's over, feel good about themselves that they took the challenge. Tomorrow, you have another one of those challenges. We started out this season saying we were going to be a great road team. We went down to Stevens Grove and we did the scrimmage to get the idea that we could go to somebody else's field and play well. We're doing that. We've played 5 games on the road. We've won 3. We've lost 2. One of the games we lost to is a team that's unbeaten. The other was a team that had a 23-game winning streak and we lost by 1. So it's not like we've lost any game because we were in awe of where we're at. Are we going to be in awe of where we're at tomorrow? Hell no. It's going to be them that's going to be in awe. Let those bastards be the ones that are in awe. When you roll out, let them understand what it's like to be a team on the rise as opposed to a team that can't win. Don't give them a chance. Don't give them a snowball's chance tomorrow. From the first whistle, let them know. If on the first play we return the kickoff and we only get it out to the 20-yard line, but 4 of you put one of their guys on their back, we'll have sent a message. If, for example, we receive, and on our first offensive play, we run whatever the play happens to be, and we don't gain but 2, 3, 1 yard, whatever it happens to be, but each one of you guys put one of their guys in your sights, put your helmet on their chin and drive them off that football. Let those 4 defensive linemen understand this isn't going to be the day that their miracle came in. Same thing on defense, whether it be kicking off, whether it be playing defense first, whatever it is. You have to send the message on the first play. Now, what kind of focus do you need? You're going to need to be able to focus for 3 hours. What do you have to be able to do? The last couple games, we've won easier than we have previously. What is one of the things that we've done better? Not as many penalties. We haven't hurt ourselves offensively with penalties. We haven't hurt ourselves defensively by keeping drives alive with penalties. Okay? We've won the penalty battle. The last couple games, we've won the sack battle, so that we make them have to make big plays. We continue to need to put pressure on their quarterback. We need to make them have to play in 3rd and long in conversion situations, and we have to start winning the turnover battle. To win a game big, we have to dominate the turnovers, and we haven't done that yet. Closest thing we've done was Lafayette, 4-1. That's the biggest margin of victory we've had, 19 points. Got to win the physical battle. Got to win the penalty battle. You have to win the special teams battle, which we're pretty consistent at doing. We've got 2 areas of concern in my mind in special teams. Number 1, punt team. You guys are a step away from having punts blocked. I asked Coach Odell the one thing. He was at the luncheon on Tuesday. He and I were just talking. He says, I really enjoyed watching the games. You guys really play well. You look like kids really enjoy playing the game. And I just off the cuff, I said, what's the one thing if you were a team playing us that you think, that you would think is a weakness? He says, you're awful close to having a lot of punts blocked. Yeah, we're awful close to punt block. We don't have a damn guy who's doing the tap step and pushing out and doing it the right way every time. We have guys who don't shoot their arms and push guys out of seams. And so not only do we have guys that we have to push off up the inside, hell, we got guys coming off frickin' corners. Yeah, that's a problem. And we can't win the special teams battles if you guys go out there and have Rich have to catch every ball and punt it with his life in front of him. You've got to give us some protection. You 3s have got to keep your hips in the damn seam so the up-backs don't have to protect so long. You 1s have to by damn make sure that anybody outside of you never even comes in. same area code of blocking the damn thing. You up backs have the toughest job. By damn, you got to start sticking your arms in people and jabbing them and holding them off. And Juanitz will help you back there. But that's a problem. The other problem is an extra point field goal team. Now the blocking is fairly consistent. So as soon as I say that, that'll turn to garbage. But the protection's pretty good. Now, Wilcox, we got to have the snap in the same place every time. Sikowski, you got to catch the damn thing and get it down every time. And Rich, you got to start kicking the frickin' football. It's not rocket science. It's kicking the football. Ball's on the ground, kick it. If it goes through the goal, we line up and kick off to him. That's what I expect to happen. Those two areas, punt protection and kicking on field goals and extra points, those are the two areas where we have to hold up better and continue to do the same kind of job we're doing on the return teams and kickoff teams. We have to win the running game battle. I told you before, I'm going to say this to you, and I want you to understand, I'm not trying to put any pressure on anybody. By damn, when you're a winning football team, you take pride in standing up. This football team is better on offense than they are on defense. On a wet field with their fullback and all those fat linemen, they're going to push off the football. They're going to make some yards on us. Unless our defensive guys can come up with a great effort. But they're better on offense than they are even. By damn our offense, it's time to go out there and go coast to coast every time you got the ball. Nothing else. Knock them off the football. Run the ball hard. When those DBs come up, you start putting them on their backs and they'll back off and they won't play. Give Jimmy time, and on the field as wet as I think it'll be, our receivers will have an advantage on their DBs. But our offense needs to dominate this game. If we don't run 20 more plays than they run, then we're not doing a good job. We should have the ball 80 plays to their 60. And that should be a goal, offense. I want the football to continue to move down the field, and the only reason you come off is it's in the end zone. Tomorrow, you're going to play against a team that you're capable of doing that with if you come out with great focus and get after people's ass and block the right people and run the ball hard and secure the ball and protect it and throw it on time and get it to the right people. You got a chance to be 7-3. 7-3. You will have won 5 games in a row if you win tomorrow. They haven't won 5 games in a row here, but one time since the 1960s, I believe. I'm correct in saying that. One time in 1990, they won 5. Since then, you have to go back to the 1960s to win 5 in a row at this school. You got a chance tomorrow. Is it a lark? No, it's not a lark. Do they think that they're going to come out and get on top of you because they have the emotional advantage of playing at home in their last game? Yes, they do. Are they right? No. 5 plays into that game, they're all going to look at each other and go, oh, no, here we are, 0-10. Well, we get to play Holy Cross and try to win one. Because we're not going to give them a breath. Don't give them a breath. Run it at them every play. Don't back off until the last whistle's blown. But you come off of there. The other thing we're going to do tomorrow is when that film goes to Army, Army's going to know that next Saturday they're going to game. But it ain't the next Patriot League pansy coming in there. They got a game to play. Send them a message. Everybody got it? Anybody having questions? The last time Colgate won a football game was against you. I told you this before. The guy that's the head coach there has won 6 games. This is his 3rd year, he's won 6 games. 2 of those 6 games were against you. 2 years ago, you came up here with